you here because they feel that it's important for you to know how through our ultimate health and also how our immunity health actually builds our body vitality. Right, I think tonight we have friends logging in from Singapore, Malaysia, I believe Indonesia and Vietnam as well. A warm welcome. So you guys, have you taken your dinner? All right, of taking your dinner. So please enjoy. Tonight is not a training session, but rather, folks, the importance of our immunity health as we age, and more so during this period of our ongoing global pandemic situation. Okay, so what is the hottest topic now? You taken a dinner like what I did just now? I think the hot. Have you done your vaccination? Right? Us, you taken the Pfizer one or the AstraZeneca, right? So I think at this time, right, I think what we ask now is always this common topic: have you get vaccinated, right? And also the common question is always asked, right? Did you have your first dose or your second dose? So maybe a show of hands or through the chat, right? How many of you had taken your very first dose? Give me a one. Right, and those that have taken 2 doses, like myself, give me a 2, right? So we can see, okay, how the poll comes out to be, right? I think personally, right, for me, I chose to get my 2 doses of vaccination. Yeah, I did the Moderna one, actually pretty early. For me, my concept is that I think it's important to protect myself, and I want to protect the loved ones around me, right? So it's important, right? Like why we wear a mask is the same principle, right? We protect ourselves and we protect people as well, right? And had the surprise privilege to share with you guys, right, that I have experience of being asked to go for a COVID PCR swab, right, the one that goes through your nostrils, right? So since I was invited, I thought, why not, right? There's a rare opportunity to get tested, to get swabbed, right? And of course, my test result was negative, right? And also, maybe to share with you what is a COVID swab experience like, right? Some of you may have not done it, or most of you have not done it. Actually, you can imagine if you're just first time learning how to swim, you get a little bit of water that goes into your nose. The discomfort is there, but shortly after, there's nothing, right? So feel free. Don't be afraid of this, okay? Right, and also the common news these days, right, is talking about people with other health risks, health issues are at higher risk, right? I think various research has shown us, right, people having higher risk of chronic heart diseases, obesity, runs the risk, right, of being more prone to contracting COVID-19 because of their weak immunity system as well. So really, what can we do these days, right, to protect ourselves? I think this has almost become a behavioral change, right, for most of us, right? Number one, wear our masks, okay, when you go out of the house, okay? When you go downstairs, it's already out of the house. Protect me, protect you as well, okay? Wash your hand frequently, okay? The hand sanitizer is good, but that is when you can't really get soap to wash your hand, right? So whenever you can, whenever you come back home, wash your hands diligently. Some people say you sing the happy birthday song, right? That's about the time that you do a hand, and good ventilation, right? So people are also now learning that, hey, COVID can spread by airborne. I think the air purifier sales has been shooting up, right? But really, you don't really need to do that, okay? Just make sure your surrounding, your house is also well ventilated, right? And always sanitize, right? Maybe carry a portable hand sanitizer with you in the event that you don't have water to wash. Use your hand sanitizer generously, right? And of course, the last one is staying at home, right? I think when you don't really have the need to go out, as I learned as well, Malaysia is going through another 2 weeks of total lockdown. Stay home, isolate yourself from the world. Continue to connect with people, right, for a positive mind and spirit as well. External and behavioral change, right, as a result of us trying to minimize our chance of contracting the virus. Okay, but however, there's another more important internal protection, right, which is to boost our immunity system, which is critical right now. Okay, and I've been reading the news as well, right? This news article basically relates, right, that that this lady who's at about 73 years old, right, because of her higher immunity health, she was able, right, to avoid the adverse effect of contracting COVID. So she was a very good example, right? And many people are thinking, okay, if this is the case, then might as well I must make sure that I go and get my vitamin C to strengthen my immunity system. But really, if is that the case, just with vitamin C, is it sufficient for us? Right. For me, in the past, personally, I also took vitamin C. Then I tried to take some B complex, not knowing what it was, and then I contemplated with some time release vitamin, right? Thinking that I'm well protected. But really, is that good enough? Right? Is that so simple? Okay, maybe it's a myth, right? So firstly, I think we ought to know for ourselves, right, clearly what is our body immunity system, right? So here, I have a short video clip. I'd like to invite this medical professional. She's Belinda Mark. She was a former senior clinical research nurse manager over 10 years at NUH. So she's going to share with us, what is actually the basic body immunity system that we need.
By just taking fruits and vegetables to increase or to boost up our immune system, is it sufficient? I think this is mainly the key important questions a lot of people are asking right now. All right. Now, personally, I think it is not sufficient, mainly with these three main reasons. The first reason is by taking fruits and vegetables alone, all right, you think that you have enough balanced diet, you are missing out a lot more nutrient that your body actually needs. All right, fruits and vegetables are responsible to provide some of the minerals, some of the antioxidant, but you have a lot more nutrient that important to your body. All right. Now, another question to ask is, if you just take fruits and vegetables, how much are you going to take in order to have the effect to boost up your immune system? You may not take, sufficient amount of vegetables. How many kg are you going to take? So that is a big question mark in order to answer these questions. All right. Now, the second point is, the soil depletions, especially at this current rate of plantations, the advanced modern technology of fertilizing, all these are actually destroying our soil, whether you are aware or not, but it is the actual fact. So the fruits or vegetables that plant in this soil do not have the necessary nutrient that is supposed to have. Now, let's say vitamin C for in this spinach, 10 years ago and today are totally different kind of value. All right, so I think this is the important point that you should take note if you want to depend on just vegetables or fruits in order to boost up your immune system. Now, the third point, which is very, very important, is, all of us, we age, right? That is a fact, right? Now, as we age, our body would not be able to break down the nutrient from the food that we take into the nutrient that our body can absorb. All right, so that also means that the older people, they take the fruits and vegetables, may not be able to break down as good as 10 years ago or 20 years ago. So if you just want to depend on fruit and vegetables or totally give you normal health, I think that is not sufficient. Now, personally, I take supplements. I think that will actually answer these three main key area that we are lacking in our lifestyle. Okay, thank you.
Wow, and we thank you, Belinda, right, for that very short but very precise explanation, right, that our food, our diet alone do not give us the necessary vitamins and minerals and nutrients we need in our body. Right, and so this is actually a, so the video also shares with us, right, that our body immunity, right, is not enough, right, by just consuming one single nutrient, right? The body actually functions, right, with a few major systems: the respiratory system, the nerve system, the cardio system, the digestive system, the skin, the skeleton, and the muscles, right? It all work in coordination, right? And our body, right, is challenged by the aging aggressors every day, right? So Singapore is a country with a high population, right? There's a risk of higher risk of rate of chronic heart diseases. Right, the government is very concerned on this, right, and related research on aging. So this is a piece of article, right, at the Singapore Business Times, right. This gentleman here is Dr. Joseph Chang. He's the chief scientist in New Skin. Right, he was interviewed, right, and he mentioned, right, that no one single ingredient is enough to do the trick, right, but a composite of ingredients, right. So in order to have a shield, right, towards aging, right, and recovery, right? So we need a combination, right, of not just a single factor. Okay, and the proprietary anti-aging science, right, scientific approach, right? I think you to give credit to this 30 years of scientific research and development, right, by Nu Skin focusing on anti-aging and the breakthrough in the gene expression science, right? I think believe tonight here we have a lot of friends who are even maybe younger than the age of 6-year-old, right? And as a former GM, right, of 2 European MNCs before, I'm always very intrigued by the R&D science behind and also the stringent quality manufacturing processes. I think these are the 2 key fundamentals, right, to what a good company would be. And all these are done in-house by this company, Nu Skin. Right, the company also deploys a very stringent 6S manufacturing quality control processes. Right, it not only ensures product efficacies, but the safety aspect as well. Okay, so what's this world's first anti-aging product, right? This Ultimate Duo, right? As we mentioned earlier, right, we cannot rely on one single ingredient or nutrient to do the job, right? An effective health supplement will be one, right, that can serve as protection, and it should also be able to help in the recovery, right? So here comes another myth, right? Can I just eat healthy 3 meals, right? Is that necessary? Do we really need to take supplement, right? I think the earlier video, right, by Belinda already show us and tells us, right, that by single diet alone is not enough because of the nutriency lost over the years, right, in the implantation, right? So the ingredients inside the dual packs, right, are food extracts, which we actually hardly get from our normal diet, right? Just to give you a few examples, right? For like purple corn, right? Purple corn is only found in Peru, right? And is actually classified as an anti-cancer superfruit, right? And the other one will be astaxanthin, right? This is an extract from seafood shell, right? We only eat the flesh, right? And we do not really eat the shell, right? I don't think anybody would. And this is actually the extract, right? If you have allergic to seafood, right, you don't have to worry, right? All the more you need to take, that's because allergy is a sign of inflammation, right? And the last ingredient here I'd like to point out and share is the alpha linoleic acid. This is actually critically, right, needed for the DNA damage recovery, right? The ALA, right, we need a day. It's actually 30 milligram, right, which is also the equivalent of 95 kg of spinach. So I'm not sure anyone here can eat 95 kg of spinach. Well, unless you're Popeye the Sailor Man, right? I don't think most of us can, right? Okay, and what is R square, right? And under the Ultimate Duo umbrella, right? R square is actually, right, to renew and charge the cell with energy, right? You will notice, right, the baby, right, always often smells nicer than older person because the cells in the baby, right, are cleaner. As we get, our body gets older, right, the cells accumulate toxins. Practically, there's no space for recharge, right? Thus, your energy level drops, right? So actually, H log R square, right, here help us to remove the toxin and energize, especially the brain, the stamina, and also the sexual health aspects. Okay, the next ultimate dual product we have here is actually Wispan, right? Wispan is actually resetting the profile of aging. So Wispan, right, actually reactivate our innate body's ability to self-heal or repair, right? I think commonly we know what is lifespan. Lifespan is how long we will live, but U-span or Wispan is determining how well you will live, right? Our body cells are equipped with natural defense or known as aging defense mechanism, right? These are actually the soldiers, right? The shield working together like your army, your navy, or even your air force, right? So Wispan critically helps to turn on these shields to make it work again. Okay, under the 6, the ADMs, right? So the first one actually is antioxidant defense and protection mechanism. As you can see from the illustration, right? Okay, over time, right, as we age, when we breathe and our body is functioning, there is oxidative stress in the body, right? So the dual pack, what's Ultimate Dual Pack? Dual pack is like the de-rusting, right, of the rusted nails, right? Many people around you, right, may start to say, hey, nowadays, when I start to walk up the stairs, I hear creaking sounds in my knee joints, right? And that's very common, right? And some people, right, couldn't even just lift up the arm, okay? And they're having a lot of trouble, right? So this is what happens when we age. Okay, the next one actually is cellular detoxification and stress response mechanism, right? It's referring, right, to not just passing out toxins as we always think that was detox, right? It actually relates to the stress response, right? It needs a few organs to work together in harmony, right? For example, the nerve system, the hormone system, and also the sewage system in the body, which is important. right? Just like the different white and black keys on a piano, right? Each has a distinct tone. When played together, it produces a beautiful piece of music. Okay, just one example here, right? Depression improved, right? Right, Charlie used to be a very active sports person himself, right? Due to a bout of depression that has set in, right? It has almost caused him to be a total shutdown in his system, right? So you can see, right, from the left picture. But thankful to Dopac, right, he has since recovered his appetite, his vitality, in fact, and also the ability to reconnect with others again. Next is actually the DNA protection and repair mechanism, right? As I mentioned earlier, right? Our body have this innate ability to self-repair, and this ADMs, right, the defense mechanism, diminishes with aging, right? The ADMs, when active, right, it actually helps us to inhibit the growth of damaged DNA cells, which if you continue to grow, it may turn cancerous. So we have one example here, Mr. Ang, right? Mr. Ang's tumor, right? His tumor marker for colon cancer actually dropped progressively, right, with the use of Duopac, right? And also really thankful to his belief and his consistent usage of this ultimate duo product. And he's really to the road of better health and recovery. Next, we have actually the mechanisms regulating the inflammatory balance, right? This is very common, very prone in our body, right? As a result of oxidative stress, right? We develop actually free radicals as well as the aging aggressors acting on us every day, right? Those can come from work stress, especially now working from home. It may not be a good thing, right? People are working overstretched hours. The lack of quality sleep, right? The prolonged period, right, of inactivity may result in that as well. So my own example, right, inflammatory balance, right? In the past, I'm not sure who is a fan of durian, right? I profess, right? In the past, I cannot even take 3 durian seeds. I would just get inflamed, I will lose my voice and stuff. But these days, right, I can manage more than that, okay? Not that I would, but actually the body inflammatory balance, right, has been fine-tuned, right? So like a piano, right, you need some fine-tuning over time, right? So our body needs this regulation of balancing the inflammatory balance. So we have an example here, right, Vutani, okay, she's already in her 70s in Thailand, right? She suffers actually from acute rheumatoid arthritis for many, many years, right? She experienced severe joint pains, mobility pains, right? And really through Age Lock Duo, right, she now looks full of vitality, right? So you don't even look her age. I've seen her once or twice in live person, which is really amazing, right? Nobody would believe that she's already 70, 71, maybe about 73, 74 by now. Okay, next we have the tissue renewal mechanisms, right? You can see from the pictorial representation, right? Our brain tissue, our bone mass, our muscle tissue, right? It actually degenerate as we age, right? We have actually these repair abilities, remember? Right? As a 3-year-old, when you get a cut on your hand, it recovers pretty fast. This repair abilities, right, reduce with aging, right? You will see commonly, right? You have some short-term memory loss with aging, right? Example, forgetting your keys when you move out of the house, forget, something else, or you forgot where you put your phone, right? At times, I must use my phone tracker to track my phone where I put it. Okay, such are the things, right, that's acting on us every day. So we need this renewal. Okay, give you an example of how this has helped Helen. Helen actually suffers from a brain hemorrhage, right, during a flight, right? And that was quite critical condition, and I believe she has an open brain surgery. And really, contradictory to what the doctor has told her, right? That, but she actually recovered in a very short span of time, right? To recover back her motor skills, right? And she shared with us she's able to play sports and also hiking, even with her grandkids. So many of you may have met Helen at some point in time. She's really full of energy and vitality, right? You can't really tell she's already in her 70s. Okay, metabolism regulating mechanism, right? That's also another important factor, right? Duo is also an effective regulator in our body, right? This helps us to regulate, especially the lipid cholesterol profile, right? That's building up with aging, as well as the blood glucose metabolism, right? And this is definitely, ultimately, is a great help to our 3 high problems of high blood, high cholesterol, and diabetes. So we have an example here, right? May, right? May's cholesterol reading, right? It was quite significant. It's about 264, right? mg, right? Before she took up this Ultimate Duo pack, right? With Ultimate Duo, right? It has helped the total cholesterol count from 264 down to a 189, right? To a more reasonable, healthier level. And in fact, as you know, right, LDL, that is bad cholesterol in our body, has also dropped quite significantly from 171 to 99. So many of you would now be just puzzled, right? So what is actually Ultimate Duo, right? The Ultimate Duo is definitely not a magical pill, right? But when it's taken as a healthy supplement, right, it gives us the systemic whole body protection and recovery from the harmful effects of the aging aggressors that's acting on our body as we age every day. Right? And also some myths about supplementation, right? People are asking, so is it safe to consume? Okay, so we like to point you to the PDR, right? The physician desk reference. This is we term it sometimes as the Bible in the medical world, right? In order for products to be listed in the PDR, it must pass strict tests, right? To consider safety and that's not harmful to the body at all while still being effective. So that means when it's listed, right, the doctors can actually prescribe HL Ultimate Duo to people who have the relevant conditions, right? But the good news here is you guys don't have to go to a doctor, right? You just need to contact your friend who's invited you today, right? To inquire how you can get access to this Ultimate Duo. Right? And next is actually Ultimate Duo, right? It's also certified for the NSF sports, right? So that means, in countries where there's Olympics, the Olympic athletes, right, can also take duo to improve their sports performance, right? Without worries at all of faulting, right, the dope tests, right? Olympians and their sponsoring countries, right? They on no account will take the risk, right, to take something that is illegal or unauthorized, right? But Ultimate Duo is listed in PDF. Ultimate Duo is safe even for sports consumption. So personally for myself, I do a lot of active sports, as some of you will know me. Some of you are also my Facebook friends, right? And I can tell you, right, Ultimate Duo serves me very well in my intense sports, right, of long distance running. I'm doing my active badminton twice a week and also soccer, right? And most recently, of course, hiking, right? Something that I pick up these days. And I really feel the energy and push. And most importantly, my recovery is along the process. And I typically do not have the after effect of a very strenuous exercise. So thankful to really Ultimate Duo, right? That can join my intense sports and as well, for recovery, right? At this age, I still can do that quite actively. Okay, and this picture here, right? I think we would fondly know them as Jet Li on the left and Donnie Yen, right? This Donnie Yen on the right. So they are both Kung Fu stars, right? And Donnie Yen on the right, right? And you can see the small picture on the right. Okay, that's actually Donnie Yen and his family, right? You see three beautiful ladies there. They're actually Donnie Yen's wife, Sissy, and mother-in-law and sister-in-law, right? They were actually invited to do a catwalk, right, for the H-Lock launch during the Hong Kong time where they actually launched the H-Lock innovations, right? And bear in mind, this is not a paid or sponsored publicity, right? But as a happy user, right, they were happy to share their experience with their favorite H-Lock product, which they use frequently at home. So now I think we know the secret to Donnie Yen, right? How he kept his youthfulness as well. Okay, so that's really my own testimonial, right, of discovering the best of myself. Like I said, I've gone back to active sports, really thankful the goodness of New Skin, the H-Lock products, H-Lock TR90 to begin with, the Ultimate Duo products, and of course the Sub-Pharmanex products. I began to recover a lot of my youthfulness, right? This is 4828, right? Last year itself, I did my 4929, right? That means I'm turning 49 last year. I want to recover back the stamina and fitness of a 29-year-old. Right? But I'm really thankful and blessed to be able to enjoy this active sports once again. It's like reliving a dream that came true, right? And for just being so patient tonight, I'll just introduce you to the Donnie Yen in Singapore, okay? Just for fun, right? So this is Donnie Yen in Singapore, right? Do we look alike? So people may ask again, right? Do you have any side effect as a result of consuming these products, right? People like to ask. I said, yes, indeed, right? You begin to take a lot of selfies. That's a side effect. And make crazy pictures like I just shown you. Okay, and now I would like to actually play a short video to let you hear, right, from the voices of these HL Ultimate Duo users. And you will see, right, they come from all walks of life and they really are very happy with the experience of using Ultimate Duo. So let me play this video for you.
Hi, I'm Harvinda Kaur. I'm 48 years old, super mom to two beautiful teenagers. After discovering New Skin Age Lock, not only it brought my health back, I could go for my hiking without pains and worries. And not forgetting, it brought my skin and hair back to life. Thank you, New Skin.
Hello, my name is Andrea. I am a dentist from Lampung, Indonesia. I'm 64 years old. After its lock, I can work and drive for long hours and my hair grew healthily. I feel like 24.
Hello everyone, my name is Jason, 31 years old and I'm a pharmacist. As a healthcare professional, I'm skeptical towards supplements until I discover age-lock products. Being a father of 2 little boys, having greater energy is key to keep up and have fun with them.
Wow, thankful to this amazing video testimony, right, of the users of Ultimate Duo, right? So really, this is coming to the last slide that I have for tonight. Before we go off, I'd like really to thank Gavin again, Brother Gavin, for inviting me to share this session. And I also like to thank my Mandarin voice at the other end, Joey, for doing the translation for me. Hope I'm for you because of Ultimate Duo, right? And I believe, right, everyone here would agree with this, right? Our health is our greatest wealth, right? There is no compromise, right? And I would like you to also send a note to thank your friend who has invited you tonight, because I think they really care about your health and they need you to know how you can boost your immunity system, right? And it's true, right? Many of us would like to have many zeros in our bank account. Do you? Yes or yes? Right? Me, yes. Right? But no matter how many zeros you have in a bank balance, right? Just remember, right? The one in front, right, is very important. Without the one in front, it's still zero, right? So you are the number one, right? Never let the number one go down, right? That's very important, right? So let's not wait anymore, right? Let's choose to start our age lock today, right? Stay safe, stay healthy, and really we are stronger together, right? So my name is Vincent, and you've been an amazing, amazing audience. Have a good evening. Thank you.